Why do we always have to do this shit so late, man? Shit.
I don't know.
Hey, before we start the review, you guys want to get something to eat? I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, for real. Let's get some to eat.
Yeah, I am a little hungry.
Jack Box is 24 hours.
It's calling my name.
It is. Drive through.
Yeah.
I got a car. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, man, you ever choke on a french fry?
That's a weird question.
I don't know. It reminded me of something that happened to me when I was a kid.
Can't say I've choked on a fry.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hope I don't choke on one tonight.
I can't happen to find my keys.
What do you mean you can't find your
What
keys?
do you mean you can't
I
find
don't
your
know. Get up. They might be in
keys?
this.
Well, no, where's the last
How
time
you lose a tripod? Then you lose your key. What are you gonna lose next? Your left foot? Your right foot?
I live here, so look around the house and see.
It's under my chair. It's under my chair.
Is the 50 Shades
Let's
even
look-
fucking with us or
Let's
something?
look under.
No,
Let's
it's
look
not.
under my. Wait, what the?
Jared, Jazz,
What the fuck?
why the hell are my keys in your pocket?
That's a good motherfucking question.
How do you not know that they were in
You're
your
the only
pocket?
person that could have
I
put them
didn't
there.
put them in my.
How else did they get in there, dude?
I don't.
I didn't put them there.
Jazz,
Jeremy
come
didn't
on,
put them there.
I'm sick of this.
So why are my keys in your pocket, man?
Why don't you just tell the truth?
Why in your pocket?
I didn't put the keys in my damn jacket pocket. It was sitting around. Somebody could have slipped them in there.
Did you do it?
Somebody who?
Did you do it?
Why would I put my keys in his
You
pocket?
could have slipped them in.
Maybe you hit the tripod.
Damn
Maybe
keys.
you're the one that hit the tripod.
Can we
Maybe
just?
you're the one that hit the tripod.
Yeah.
Let's just go get some
Whatever.
food.
Whatever. I'm just fucking tired of this shit. I might not even want to do the review tonight anymore, guys. Whatever. Bullshit. What's up, guys?
What's going on, differential society?
Hi.
Good to be back.
I purposely missed the camera.
Fuck you.
We learned our lesson. I learned my lesson.
From Paranormal Activity.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, what's this shit?
Oh,
I didn't think it was gonna fall over, y'all.
So we saw Star Wars episode 2.
Continuing Star Wars month.
Right. Spoiler alert, I guess, because we didn't say it.
Spoiler alert. Spoilers ahead. Even
Mom,
though
Are you paying attention to the intros?
You better be watching the intros.
Yeah.
Because the intros are intros.
Yeah.
But they're not intros.
That actually makes sense if you were here for our planning sessions. Since you weren't here for our planning sessions,
Let's just
probably
let you
makes
guys
no
have
sense.
No
Let's-
idea. Oh, we don't let them know.
No. So it's about
Synapses.
this assassin kills Panda Bear's decoy. Padmé, and she dies. So they find out.
Her
oh, wait,
decoy dies, not Padmé.
we killed the wrong bitch. So it's like we need to start over.
Actually, though.
And then so Obi-Wan and Stalker come in.
You gotta call him right. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan
and
Kenobi
Obi-Wan.
one and Mr. Stalker.
Anakin Skystalker.
That was good. That was pretty good. So Obi-Wan Kenobi one and Anakin Skystalker come in and like, all right, we need to protect you. And the assassin tries to kill her. They stop the assassin, but the real assassin behind everything named Jango Fett. And then Obi-Wan tracks him down while Anakin is trying to keep Padmé safe with the most boring romance I've ever seen in my life.
Which we will get to.
And
My thing is, what was he keeping her safe from? Because there was no danger the whole time they were like running away. Like,
True.
Well, he was by her side just in case.
yeah, but I mean, like,
The president of the United States is gonna have Secret Service guards with him wherever he
Right,
goes.
no,
right.
I understand that aspect of it. But like, it was just like the whole time, it's like, I'm protecting you from things. What are you protecting me from? Me.
Damn near what it seemed like.
Yeah.
No.
Where you going?
And he tracks down Jango Fett. He finds out there's this clone
Not to
army
be confused with Django Unchained.
being invented, clone army being invented, and finds out Count Dookie is behind everything.
Dooku. But
I
have to clarify at least once.
Count Dooku, but I call him Count Dookie. And that's pretty much the plot. Yeah.
This movie, me and you, Jeremy, because Darius, you hadn't seen this one. We had originally thought that it was worse
Then episode 1.
than
Like
episode
before
one,
we watched
what
episode
remember.
2, we were telling you, Darius, like if you thought episode 1 was bad, you were
Yeah, I was
honest.
like,
It was surprisingly now
Better.
that I'm older. It was much
Now,
better.
one thing that y'all...
It's still a bad movie, don't get me
Oh, God,
wrong.
Oh, yeah. Now, one thing
But
that
it's
y'all
better
said...
than that piece of shit.
One thing that y'all said that was very true is that nothing happens in the movie.
Nothing happens.
But
no.
the
How-
pacing was better though.
How they made that
hella
movie
better.
interesting with nothing
More
happening.
interesting,
More interesting. No, interesting because the first one wasn't really that interesting.
True.
Like how they made that movie interesting with nothing happening.
And the first one had like a good amount of stuff happening, and
And
I
it was
could
like-
care less.
Right.
I was like, oh, lightsaber.
We've got. I think the first one you had one main story, which was we've got to find, we've got to
Fix our spaceship.
Well, no, the first one was we've got to stop the Sith Lord, wasn't it? Palpatine.
They never stop him though.
But I mean, isn't that the plot? The plot of the first one is we got to stop the Sith Lord, and then they end up.
No, it's about signing a treaty.
Yeah, it's about signing a treaty.
Right.
Which is exactly what I think of when I think of Star Wars.
I was just about to say, forgive me.
Peace treaty signing.
Forgive me for thinking that it was something more interesting.
Right.
But no, it was just one story. In this one, we had like 3 stories.
Yeah.
Because you have Padmé and Anakin, and they're hiding out. You got the Clone War happening, and
Clone War doesn't start till the end of the movie.
well, but it's happening. But Obi-Wan Kenobi's trying to like stop the Clone War.
He's trying to stop it from
trying
starting.
to infiltrate it and stop it, and then you
Before
got,
it starts, yeah.
It was one more. Jango Fett and Boba Fett, right?
They weren't really like a side
okay.
plot though.
So I guess it was just two. Was it just two?
It was just two.
It was just 2
An A and
stories.
a B line. And
The B was Padmé and Anakin.
yeah, honestly, if you want to call it like an A and a Z line, because
Yeah. Obi-Wan's hunt on like trying to infiltrate was actually pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
The opening of the movie was pretty good.
Yeah.
The opening of the first movie was not bad.
It sounded like it didn't. Go ahead.
It did. It sounded a little wet.
No, like speaking of being racist and like having like trying to get away with
This is
shit.
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks is back, but and I
I
remember this too. Like kind of hearing about it at the time, like the uproar of how much people hated Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks went from pretty much being on camera for like
2 hours,
2 hours
to
to
2
being,
hour and 20-minute movie.
to being on camera for like all of somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes.
But
Yeah.
still,
No, wait,
But he still talked the same
he's
way
sti-
it was racist.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, that's not what
I know,
that's
so
not what
what?
I'm getting at. He's still in the movie.
You shouldn't have been there, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fucking man at the end that spoke with clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, y'all, George Lucas.
It's like I said. George Lucas was like, I'm gonna have him talking clicks, cause everybody got mad the way Jar Jar talked. So that way it's like it's not racist.
George Lucas like offends every
It's like
race.
it's
in
not
these movies.
No,
racist. But
I mean,
is it racist?
No, that's not what he was
You know.
thinking. That's not what he was thinking. He was like, oh, y'all were offended by Jar Jar Binks? Oh, I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna give him less screen time. But
This motherfucker.
have this guy who speaks in clicks be offended now.
But no, this movie was surprisingly better.
It was a little better.
On all accounts.
Oh, I have
all
something to
accounts was
add.
surprisingly better
I
than
have
the
something
first.
to add. There's a theory that Jar Jar Binks is the reason why the Clone Wars happened and the Jedis were murdered. Now hear me out on this.
Oh, do you actually know what you're not just saying? Yes.
No, there's a theory. There's an actual theory. So
He's the reason why the Clone Wars happened and what the Jedi were murdered.
and the Jedi, and like all that shit happened. The Emperor took over the galaxy, the whole galaxy became refugees and
I heard
everything.
something about this.
Jar Jar Binks is the reason for it. And here's why. Hear me out. So people watching this may know what I'm talking about too. Do you remember before Padmé left with Anakin and she kind of handed her power over to him?
Me too.
In the second one, remember before she
handed
left?
the power over to him.
She makes him ambassador, basically.
Yeah.
And she made
ambassador.
Jar Jar ambassador. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then he's given that speech at the end of the movie.
Yeah, he gives his.
He's giving like, oh,
Jar Jar Binks gives a speech in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You remember that scene though? Later in the
Yeah.
movie, he gives a speech. In that speech, he hands all of like, because the Emperor Palpatine is not the full Chancellor yet. He's not fully powerful yet, right?
Right.
What Jar Jar Binks does in that scene is give him that power.
Right.
He gives him that power.
Mm-hmm.
Without that power, Palpatine wouldn't be able to do anything. So Jar Jar Binks is the reason why Palpatine. He's the reason.
So basically,
for
what
it.
you're telling me is that George.
If Palpatine never let, if Jar Jar never let Palpatine become Chancellor, it's possible none of that would have happened.
So basically, what you're telling me is that George Lucas, who created the original Star Wars trilogy that people love and still love to this day, it was such a groundbreaking movie that people had never seen and beloved characters that we still talk about 30 plus years
40,
later,
30, 40.
40 some odd years later, decided
Epic.
20 some odd years after the original movie came out
That Jar Jar should be the one
that
behind
he
it.
wanted Jar Jar Binks to be the reason why it existed in the first place.
Think about that.
Just think about that for a second.
Think about that.
What the fuck, George Lucas?
What's wrong with you, dude?
We wouldn't care so much about it if you. Why you make Jar Jar like that, George? George, you understand how bad Jar Jar Binks is? to the point where he's not even really in episode 2. And on the review about episode 2, he's taking up this much of our review. Because we are asking why he was in the series. You see what you did, George? By the way, if you want to be in a review, let us know.
Hell no, I don't want in this review. That racist motherfucker. I don't care.
We put your ass out there.
Damn.
We need the promotion. Plug.
I'm sorry.
Promotion. Put us in the movie. There you go.
You were all like, fuck
No,
George Lucas in the last review, and now you're like, oh, come on,
Oh my
buddy.
God. I mean, if he wants to come and sit in on a review and get bashed, be my
Yeah,
guest.
So that's why I say I would.
Roast that motherfucker.
If Jamie Dornan wanted to be in a review.
Hey, why not?
Sure, why not? He could be a nice guy.
No, I mean, like, it's not that we don't. It's not that we dislike the person.
We don't
It's
like
just
their
that
choices.
I don't like the choices.
Exactly.
I
choices.
don't like your choice to be racist, George Lucas. Not to say that you as a person are racist,
Right.
but your
decisions are racist.
are racist.
Right. It's like Jamie Dornan. I don't dislike Jamie Dornan,
I think he's a great guy.
but I think that Jamie Dornan's
I've heard
portrayal
he's a nice
of
guy.
Christian Grey was some of the worst acting I've ever seen.
I've
I'll
actually-
be honest.
Yeah.
He's probably a better actor than that.
I've actually heard Jamie Dornan's a stand-up guy in real life. Like, he's actually a really nice dude.
I believe it. I've seen interviews. Like, I'm pretty sure he's like a great guy. He's probably like one of the bros that goes out and has a beer with you. And
But to be perfectly honest, too, I would want somebody to tell me, like I would want my friends to tell me, hey, Jazz, that performance
Stop.
wasn't that good. So
Yeah.
Let's
take,
get back to
take
the
a class or whatever and try harder next time. And I know we
we
got
do
off
that
topic.
for each other all the time.
Yeah.
I think you know what you're saying. Get what you're saying.
But no, I was gonna say, like, I know we got off topic, but I feel like that was necessary.
That needed to be said.
It was.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it
we
definitely was.
needed to have
We
something like
needed
that in a review.
Yeah, that's how I got it from.
What do you have to say about the fact that Jar Jar, before we move on, what do you have to say about the fact that Jar, because you're quiet right now, about the fact that Jar Jar Binks is pretty much
I'm
the reason why Star
seething,
Wars
honestly.
Really?
I really am.
You what?
I'm seething.
Damn.
Like, I'm actually really pissed
There
off
wouldn't
right
be
now.
there wouldn't be any of these 6, about to be 7.
There
movies.
wouldn't be Darth Vader without Jar Jar.
I
one
am,
of the best villains.
If not
Right.
the best.
I am definitely like pissed off right now. Like, legitimately, I might seem very like calm and chill, but I'm actually pretty fucking pissed off.
Mark
right now.
Hamill and Carrie Fisher wouldn't be known.
Anakin Skywalker would never become evil if Jar Jar didn't exist.
So moving on to the next
We wouldn't
topic.
know who Natalie Portman is. Think about that.
Fucking Jar Jar, dude. Anyway, so Jar Jar sucks.
Ahmed Best is still a good voice actor. It's
I'm just
the
gonna
dialogue that he was asked to write.
I'm gonna take the time out of my busy schedule to say thank you, Jar Jar Binks. Because without you, we wouldn't have Natalie Portman. We wouldn't have all these other amazing actors who wouldn't exist if they didn't have to fucking create you and make a whole world based on your existence.
Because I mean,
Thank you for
I
existing, you animated piece of shit.
because Natalie Portman, we probably would have found out who she was.
She'd
but
be kind of like Rose Byrne.
It would have taken a while.
She'd be kind of like Rose Byrne. She'd be just now coming up.
Speaking of which, Rose Byrne is in this movie.
She
Yeah, that's why I
is
said
for
that.
like a couple seconds.
That's why I said that.
Segway.
Thank you very much.
Very, very nice. Get us back into what this mother. Rose Byrne was in this movie looking all like dejected, or is that just me?
She was
Like,
like,
I know that was the
She actually
character,
gave emotion.
but no, she was looking. No,
no,
she
she
was.
talking about how she disappeared after
she
she
was
said,
like,
"Are you
that's
okay,
supposed
my
to-
lady?"
No, but I mean like Rose Byrne. It was almost like it wasn't the character. It was Rose Byrne. Like they're like, I shouldn't be on this set right now. I shouldn't do
I agree.
this. Like,
I agree.
Some of Hayden Christensen's acting, I just thought of this, like, you know, I hated them so much. I hated all of them.
Did you hate them or did they make you sad, Hayden?
Like I hate them. I hate them.
like I did say this though. I did say this. Hayden Christensen.
Gave a better performance than Jake Lloyd by far.
Well, yes, but also Craig Christensen was a lot older. Although, at the same time, like I say, if you're gonna be on the same playing field, you can't. You gotta put female actors and male actors on the same level as well as adults and children.
Yeah.
So it's what it is.
You had to preach. I had a moment. It's like, yes,
Damn.
equality.
So just to say Hayden Christensen is older and everything, it is what it is. But you know, same playing field. But like I said, everybody in these movies was kind of like acting like bad, like they were told to act a certain way. Hayden Christensen, as much as he got hate from this
He
movie,
was trying.
he was the only one who seemed like he was trying.
No, I'm
That's
sorry.
probably why he got so much hate, because they were like, you're acting too much.
I'll stick by this to my dying day. His performance in episode 3, which you'll see, is a good performance. I think it's a pretty decent performance. It is.
Episode 3 is a decent movie.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Somebody just told me this next. I was talking about
I
John.
can't wait to see Grievous again.
The final battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Okay, hold on.
You
wait a
had
minute.
to know that
No,
was happening.
wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
That's the big point.
Wait, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Y'all motherfuckers told me that this movie was gonna be worse than the first one.
Oh.
Now y'all telling
see.
me that the next one is gonna be better than
You're
this
gonna
one.
like it. You'll like it.
I don't trust y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, you'll like it. Come on.
I don't trust y'all.
That's a good point, though.
No,
Y'all
it's a
led
good
me
point.
in the wrong motherfucking direction.
I like it. I think the third one is a pretty good movie. Like, just overall, a good movie. Yeah.
I'll give you that.
We'll see.
Alright, no, but I'll say this. Not only do we say that the third one is going to be better than the second one, but collectively everybody agrees.
Collectively, everybody said this one was worse than the first one.
That's true.
I don't trust none of y'all. I can't trust nobody but Ficus. I just am very excited to see these movies because it's kind of a part of pop culture history.
Yeah.
And it's also a part of my history as an actor. So it's kind of something that, in a way, affects me.
Without going too far off of episode 2, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think that we should start doing this every now and then and devote a month to a movie series that has a lot of movies in it.
I think it's good to reference films that have affected not only pop culture but our own personal culture every now and then.
And
And I think a lot of that is what A Sleep in the Third Row is. It's giving these movies these things that are moments in time a little bit more.
why is this like the reflective?
Right.
The third episode. Like,
Right.
all right, so back to the movie. We talked about the opening. The opening was really good.
The opening was very good.
You said the chase, which I forgot. That chase was really good.
Yeah, the chase
Yeah.
through when they're on the pods and everything. Yeah, and he was jumping in the air.
How about the little kid who played young Boba Fett was like a much better actor than Jake Lloyd also?
How about the young
was,
kid
yeah.
that played young Boba Fett was better than everybody else in the movie, even Jango Fett?
Yeah.
Jango Fett wasn't bad.
Then Django.
How about Jango Fett got his head chopped off in the helmet and his head didn't slide out of the
Right.
helmet for nothing? Why
Because
was his
that
head
helmet
still-
was secured on.
No, it wasn't. He had scars on his face. Damn, it wasn't protecting shit.
Yeah.
Crazy deaths. What about when old girl died and she was like, okay, you'll be okay. She's like, hey, wait, what now? Anakin's mom died and she goes, bleh.
Elephant Man makes a return.
He does. He
Yeah,
does
yeah.
for a split second.
He was very serious.
He was.
He just
10
walked
years
by.
later, he like.
He was like older and everything.
He was
Fun
like-
fact, Elephant Man was nominated for an Oscar for this movie.
Damn, what if he won?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
He deserved it.
Damn.
Look back at our
Tom
episode
Hanks
1
beat him
review
out.
to know who Elephant Man
That's a good
is.
choice, but I mean, damn.
I'm not even gonna tell you. Look back at episode 1 to know who Elephant Man is. The guy with the 20 chins, that blue dude with that one big old chin that was like this large. Look like,
Darius.
like you ever hop around on one of them like balls that's got the handle on it? Like he had that hanging off his face.
Darius, come sit on my testicles.
So they go.
Obi-Wan goes to infiltrate the cloning facility on Kamina.
Kamina, and he
Them-
goes
them
in
weird like
elongated
long arm,
neck.
long body,
They
long
were just,
leg,
they were
long
just
neck.
long.
People.
They were long. So he goes and meets like the king long person.
Queen. Well, he is the king. Never mind, he's
Yeah,
the
the
guy,
king long person, and he's like, "Come,
And
sit
these
on my
two,
testicles."
and these two
Just
like
chairs,
chairs
yeah.
These
that look
chairs
like
float
balls.
down from the thing, and he's like, "Come, sit on my balls." And
just
like, they sit
They
down.
both looked funny.
They look like
No, what if he like sits down? And is like, ah, oh, no, sorry, just it hurts every time I do that.
every time.
I think he used to it. And the whole time he's talking to him, he's like this. So, Obi-Wan,
Will you
I'm
please
going to
stop-
help you.
Will you stop moving around too much?
And then, like, Obi-Wan's phone goes off, like, zzz, oh!
He's sitting there like this, and Obi-Wan's like, "Why are you sitting like that?" He's like, "You ever had an awkward boner?" Yeah, I'm having one of those right now.
His lightsaber
If I was
accidentally
Obi-
turns on and goes through the chair.
Ooh.
No, do you remember Boba Fett's face when he was in there? He's like to jump on him.
I was like, why he got this like?
He was like
straight up,
Cooper.
like thug.
He was like Cooper.
Nobody.
He wanted him out of his house.
Like,
He was like, what's this motherfucking white boy doing in my house?
but actually though, no, he was like, he like seriously was looking like, I'm finna kill this right now.
He was like if you ever need a bodyguard, hire that little boy.
He looks like he was about to bite him
fight
from.
this.
He looks like he was that kid from Ghost Dimension about to bite him. Like,
Can we talk about how like Padmé and Anakin, Patty Mayonnaise,
Patty Mayonnaise, Panda Bear,
Patty
Patty
Mayonnaise,
on the back.
Patty Mayonnaise, and fucking Anika, fucking their romance.
Noni Rose.
Yeah, their romance went from.
Let me not do her like that.
Their romance went from
weird.
like her wishing he was 7 again to her being.
Because her like sentences were like, I remember you. You're not the little boy I know. She said it like she was upset. Oh, how about the fact, man? I thought that was just so funny though, where he was like, when Obi-Wan was apparently like gonna die in the Clone War.
And Anakin's like, fuck him.
He's like, I'm not gonna go. And then Padmé was like, well, you know what, Annie? That's fucked up, because that's your master. So you know what? I'm gonna go save him. And since you on the ship, that's on you.
Right. she was like, I'm going there, and I guess
if Anakin was by himself, he would have just let him die.
He would have left right.
I mean, he did say it's all Anakin's. And there was like a moment where he was like, I'm so angry at Anakin. And then he was like, I gotta save Anakin. It's like, bro, is you mad at all?
You keep saying Anakin, you mean Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
the Coliseum was cool.
The Coliseum
scene was nice.
That was pretty
It was
cool.
really nice.
With the big ass bugs.
With the bug from the mist, the fucking tiger from fucking, what is that, Ice Age Continental Drift. And
The fact you got that specific.
giant ass boar rhinoceros thing that no movie can exist for that.
About the fact that like everybody got out of their chains, like Queen Amidala or Padmé or whatever, she had a little like, you know, pin.
Like, yeah.
She picked her lot, you know.
Obi-Wan dodged the claw.
He dodged the claw and it, you know, like
Pierced the metal
and everything. He was away. Anakin jumped like he was goddamn Superman.
Like he jumped like he was on the moon.
All of them do that jumping like that. All of them have
all
hops.
the Jedis, yeah.
I mean, they're using the Force, but it's just, it looks so fake because it's
it does.
you have to suspend disbelief that he's using the Force. But I can't believe that some person can jump that high. I just can't.
True.
He was jumped as high as the pillar.
Talk about the fact that Natalie Portman was looking good, you know what I'm saying?
She had some blood drip down.
How about, can we talk?
Made her look good.
Can we talk about the fact that she was like all scratched up and had sand in her wounds and nobody was trying to treat her?
She fell in the sand and somehow had magical sand repellent powers.
And she didn't like
So
have
on
her hair.
Not only on her
She was
clothing,
wearing all white and there was no sand on her.
not only on her clothing, there was no sand anywhere.
On
And
her
I
hair?
do recall earlier Anakin saying,
I hate
I hate sand.
It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere. It gets nowhere, Anakin.
It definitely
gets nowhere.
It definitely
Just
gets,
like this scene. We gotta talk about the Yoda battle.
the most famous scene in the movie.
Now
which
that
was
fight scene was
fucking ridiculous.
much more interesting to me than the
Looking back at it
It's
again,
ridiculous.
it's pretty ridiculous. When I first saw it in theater,
Like this little midget
again,
jumping up and down.
right, again, younger, didn't understand the significance of Star Wars at the time. I understood it better than the first one because I was older at this time. But looking at it again, and of course, I was telling y'all when I was in the theater, and after they do the whole Force whatever battle, then Yoda like uses the Force to move his little cape or whatever back,
Lightsaber.
and the lightsaber show, and the audience kind of clapped a little bit or kind of was like into it. When Yoda like pulled the lightsaber out and started flipping everything, people in the theater were cheering like, "Woo! Yeah!"
I thought it was dope.
Looking at it was kind of ridiculous.
I mean,
it was like flipping
what do
everywhere.
you expect a tiny green thing to do? Stand up and fight like and
He should have fought in the first
Jeremy made a
place.
good point.
Oh yeah.
You made a good point.
In the originals, Yoda is
4, 5, and 6.
In the 4, 5, and 6, Yoda is like the mystical. Like he doesn't believe in lightsabers. The Force is the most powerful thing to him, literally. And as soon as he pulled out that lightsaber,
It went against everything that he was teaching Luke.
Yeah, because he taught Luke to use the Force. He never, if you notice.
But aren't these movies prequel movies? So isn't this before Luke even existed? So
No,
how does he?
it doesn't.
Maybe
That doesn't make sense.
that does make
So
sense.
you're saying that
No,
you're saying Yoda's journey would have led him to realize that himself or something?
Yeah.
I don't agree.
I feel like by
I
this
don't
time
agree
he's
with
still wise. Yoda would have known.
I mean,
Yoda's
wise,
that's debatable,
but you're saying
I
that
do not
you
agree
just
with
know.
that.
But you started talking about Luke and how he taught him to use the Force. Okay, yeah, he taught him to use the Force, and yeah, he uses the Force to begin with. But it's not completely like outlandish for him to use his lightsaber before in a prequel movie.
I don't agree. Because
then during the rest of the movies, he's like, I don't use lightsaber anymore because look what happens. I mean,
Well,
it makes sense.
I see the point you're making. So, well, if he,
I see the point you're making, but I don't agree.
Can you agree that if he pulls a lightsaber out in episode 7, it would be like, what the fuck?
He's dead, isn't he?
I don't think so. Is he?
Yoda's dead.
Oh, okay.
I knew that.
He dies in 6.
I didn't know that.
No, but
he dies of old age. But
I think him using the lightsaber. Of course, I'm not like a super fan, so I don't know if it means anything to. But I don't think him using the lightsaber in a prequel movie. Now, if he had used it in if he had been talking about the Force and how powerful it is in 4, and then use a lightsaber in 5, then it would have been.
He wasn't even in 4.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
I know, I'm just saying.
But it would have been bullshit then.
Oh,
but
yeah,
to use it in the prequel movie, I mean, it's a prequel. It's explaining the story. And then as to it looking ridiculous, I think he's a little green man. Why wouldn't he flip around? He used
it makes his fighting style makes sense.
It just looks ridiculous.
It's just looking
in the
at
first
it
place.
now after not. This is me not seeing it for the first time. So now seeing it, because sometimes your first impression is like, that was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And then by the second, third, fourth time you see,
the Darth Maul fight. Not impressed.
Love that Darth Maul.
That fight, I was slightly impressed. I was much more impressed than the Darth Maul fight.
You like that?
That Yoda fight goes on for 2 seconds.
It was more entertaining than the Darth Maul fight.
I mean, let me, your opinion, but I'm surprised.
That Darth Maul fight is not interesting at all. I don't see
Maybe
why
it's
people.
because you just didn't give a fuck about the movie and the characters in general.
No, it's not that.
Which isn't a bad thing because I didn't either.
I really didn't give a fuck about the movie
Same
and the
here.
characters.
Same here.
I didn't really give a fuck about the movie and the characters in this movie, but that fight was much more interesting.
But every big Jedi in the prequels has something special. Mace Windu, the only Jedi with a purple lightsaber. Darth Maul got the dual edge lightsaber. I'm not gonna tell you General Grievous' thing because it's actually not.
It's kind of a reveal.
It's not necessarily a special
twist.
lightsaber, but it's kind of cool the way he fought. Count Dooku, he just got a curved handle. Going down these actoirs, Ewan McGregor.
What's there to say about it? He gave
Everybody was better the second.
In the first one, he was very dry, very dull, but in this one, he gave more of a better.
That's the thing.
performance.
Everybody was kind of dry.
Everybody learned their lesson.
No, they didn't.
It was George learned his lesson and told
No, he
them to
didn't.
stop trying to act.
No,
Told them to start trying to act.
I hope that's not him learning his lesson. Damn.
Nobody learned their lesson in this second movie. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate and be nice.
No,
I can't though.
It's true.
The acting was still stiff. The racism was still there. The movie was still boring.
It just
Why did Doritos keep showing
the
up?
acting wasn't as stiff, and
the racism wasn't
just-
glaringly in your face. Everything was more subtle. He took a different approach. He was like, all right, let's attack him with emotionlessness. Now this time, not so much.
Now, in episode 1, it was pretty cool to see young Greedo. It was like he was with Anakin and
Little young
stuff.
Greedo chilling, right?
But then in episode 2, he was in every damn scene in the background. What
if
the
you
fuck?
look, there's a Greedo looking thing in every little not
He's
every,
even
but
in the
parts.
last scene of the movie when they're watching the Clone Army.
Natalie Portman.
She
didn't really improve at all.
I like her. I like seeing
She
more.
was less robotic.
I like seeing more Padmé and less Amidala.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah. Isn't her last name Amidala though?
Amidala blew the fuck up in the beginning.
No, well, yeah.
More Padme Amidala and less Queen Amidala.
Right. Well, what I mean is because Queen Amidala in the first one.
Yeah.
I am Queen Amidala.
No, yeah, I know what you mean.
Now, Viceroy, we discuss a new treaty.
There it is.
They should have hired you to play Queen Amidala.
Just wear a wig.
Jeremy has
I
Jeremy has
truly-
lipstick with the one little strip.
No,
And
I
the-
truly, deeply love you. And the kid's like, yeah.
See, here we go. Somebody different. Hayden Christensen.
I thought he was good.
We already said he was better than Jake Lloyd.
He tried.
He wasn't.
Gold star.
I wouldn't necessarily say he gave it a fully dry performance.
He is. I don't think as hated as Jake Lloyd, but he is on the same level of.
I don't think he was that bad.
Hated.
I don't think he was that bad at all.
Star Wars fans hate this dude. You know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Star Wars fans hate this guy.
I thought he was okay.
I mean, nothing again.
He wasn't good.
Nothing special
I
about
think
this
he was good.
movie.
I think.
Except for fucking Natalie Portman's costuming. A lot special going on there.
Yeah.
The shirt. And
No, just
remember
her,
the peach,
her
the pear?
costumes in
The
general.
pear? You
But
know the
she was
pear?
fine as hell.
He took her pear, cut it up, and then gave her that one tiny ass piece.
And all the time she's smiling like,
He's cutting my
he
pear
took
for
my
me.
food. I feel like this is the movie that blackballed him from Hollywood.
Probably.
He hasn't done anything, has he?
He did nothing after Revenge of the Sith.
He did Jumper.
He was in that?
He was the main character in it.
Christopher Lee, Count Dooku, Darth Tyrannus. I forgot that was his name.
Darth Tyrannus?
I forgot that was
Yeah,
his
that
name.
was his name.
Turn your anus.
Come on.
All the evil Sith Lords are Darth somebody.
I know that. Yeah, I know that because Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Darth Vader, Darth Tyrannus.
Tyrannus.
Darth Tyrannosaurus Rex. What the
Is
fuck?
it Tyrannus or Tyrannus?
Tyrannus.
It's probably Tyrannus. Is it Tyrannus? Because
I don't know.
Tyrannus, tyranny, Sidious, insidious,
Fucking
Maul,
I don't
malicious.
know. Who cares? Anyway,
I think
he was good. He's Christopher Lee.
association.
But he's Christopher Lee.
Christopher
He gave
Lee.
a good performance.
Oh, he gave a good performance again.
Rest in peace. By the way.
Yeah, rest in peace, Christopher Lee.
Yeah, he died earlier this year.
Very recent, yeah.
Yeah.
Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Hammer horror movies.
But you know, I mean, what can you say about his performance? It wasn't anything special.
There was nothing special about anything in this movie.
I mean, because speaking of nothing special, moving on, Sam Jackson, Mace Windu.
We kept making fun of him, like always saying
He was gonna drop a motherfucker.
He
So-
does not fit in this movie.
Honestly, if they had let
doesn't.
Samuel L. Jackson be Samuel L. Jackson, it would have made this movie so much better.
That'd be
It was.
Like if
Oh,
he
yeah.
walked in, like they walk in and like we want him to be trained. We not training that young motherfucker. He got the motherfucking
I
hair
feel-
all over his heart.
I feel this shit in the force. You know what
Can I put my glasses on right? Hello.
Be like, what is it?
Thank you.
Like, he goes to fight and his lightsaber, pew! Bet you never seen a nigga with a purple lightsaber, and I have it! Frank Oz as Yoda, what is there to say? Frank Oz is always great as Yoda.
Definitely.
I feel like there's not too much to say.
Great
besides-
as Yoda, he is.
I feel like there's not too much to say
There
besides
is.
that.
He's got 3 fingers. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That tripped me out.
Why is that so bad? He's a random thing.
It's not bad. I just when he put his hand up and I was like,
Ian McDermott, now he's not just Chancellor Palpatine, or Senator Palpatine, he's Supreme Chancellor Palpatine.
"Ooh,
Guess who
Supreme."
made him that?
Can we not talk about that again?
That literally just pissed me off again. No, like, okay, first of all, Supreme.
The bad guy, right?
First of all, Supreme Chancellor. That just sounds like an evil title.
It sounds like something.
somebody
It
made
sounds
up.
like Supreme Chancellor. Sounds like something you get at like Taco Bell.
Yeah, I would like a Supreme Chancellor, please. Extra
Extra Palpatine.
Extra Palpatine.
With the side of unlimited power. Thank you.
Good one. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Give me some.
All the like redirecting of like the Avatar redirecting lightning scenes.
Low key, I was like, please, please, somebody just come in and say, my honor.
You know, Ian McDermott is from the same guy from the originals that played Emperor, right? Same guy.
Is he?
Swear to God, yeah.
Yo,
Same guy.
Wasn't he really old
Yeah.
in those movies?
Yeah, he was the Ian McDermott. was
That's
the-
cool. They got the same guy though.
Ian
But how
McDermott was
the
the
hell-
original Emperor from the originals.
I did not know.
He
that.
was old as fuck in the movies, right?
Well, you couldn't tell because he had so much makeup on. He might have been a little younger.
No,
Because
but-
And the whole thing was you didn't know who the Emperor was.
Right.
Well,
in the originals, it's just the little like blue hologram thing.
Oh, the Wi-Fi connection.
Whenever they talk to the Emperor and all
He
you
doesn't-
see
he
is-
doesn't-
Right.
he
So
doesn't-
you never knew who he was.
I mean, but I guess
he doesn't like show up until Return of the Jedi.
I
Yeah,
guess
they show him at the
I
end.
guess in these
It's kind of like
movies-
Claw, Dr. Claw. You want to talk about Jango Fett?
He was cool. You were
Why didn't his head fall out of that helmet?
It's
Or let me
PG
say his
movie.
name, Temuera Morrison. Is that his name?
For Boba.
No, Jango.
I love that his name's Jango Fett.
The hell? Well, we already talked about Boba Fett, young Boba Fett, Daniel Logan. I did want to say something about him.
He was a thug. Like he opened the door like, what you want? Like I swear he opened the door like, you got my lunch money, motherfucker?
Like, I don't even go to your school. I am 30 years older than you.
And he punches him in the nuts. I don't give a fuck. Give me your lunch money. And he like pulls the lunch money out. He's like, here you go.
Gives him $100.
Thank you.
Alright.
That's not enough.
Let's rate this shit and go. I'm gonna give it probably like a 4.
It's better than the first one.
Yeah, there was enjoyment in this. I gave episode 1 a 1. I'll give
People
this
are
one.
gonna hate us for rating the second one better than episode 1.
I give it a 4. It's enjoyable. The pacing, even the scenes that were pretty boring, the pacing in the scenes was better. Just somehow, I don't know what it was, but the pacing was just easier to like. And the plot with Obi-Wan hunting the assassin was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It was more interesting than them trying to sign a fucking treaty.
Why did they? And will they stop showing us this united galaxy instead of United Nations
When people
meetings? Why do they keep showing?
It's time to do.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
When
When people-
like, why do they keep showing us like these political like filibusters?
Right.
Like,
Because the
that was-
movie
No,
was
listen, that's where I'm going.
It's
That's-
a political movie.
That's where I'm going with this. Listen, when people heard the prequel was coming out and they were going to set up the original, people were like, "Oh, I can't wait to see how the Jedi Order operated and how everybody started." They did not want to see all the politics involving how it happened. Before, it was way more enjoyable than the first one. It's still not a good movie. It's below average, but it's more enjoyable. Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to anybody, even a big Star Wars fan. And part of that is because how we see how Star Wars fans reacted in the first place.
Yeah.
Which is why I wouldn't recommend it. So some of that is, my unbiasedness and what I thought of the movie, and some of that is my biasness and how I see how people reacted. I wouldn't recommend it necessarily to anybody. I'd be like, if you want to check it out, check it out. Because some of the effects, again, put yourself in the time period. Some of the effects are nice. A lot of the effects were actually nice to see that.
I don't know. In this one, the effects were a little much for me. The green screen was just like, they were like, we can use green screen.
Every time they stood
Let's
in-
use it for everything.
I've seen some behind the scenes featurettes. Most of the movie, even the stormtroopers, are all CGI and green screen.
Well, I mean, they have to be, because it's...
Not the stormtroopers.
How you gonna make that many? How you gonna get that many people?
It's Star Wars. Tell them, oh, we're holding Star Wars auditions. Everybody's gonna
Nobody
come.
makes a very good point.
I'm sorry.
Everybody's gonna come. I get to be in the new Star Wars movie. Fuck
He
yeah.
You're
makes
gonna-
a very good points.
I mean,
You gotta
but-
give him
Don't even continue.
No,
I
I'm
think
gonna
about
fucking
it.
continue, because I want to say what I got to motherfucking say.
One of these days I'll get to my rating, but go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No,
I really
no,
honestly
go
don't
ahead.
have anything to say, because that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Just to put it in perspective for you, they did a live action Nightmare Before Christmas with Keanu Reeves as Jack the Pumpkin King.
I would not audition
You
for
know
that.
you want to be
No,
in
the fuck I would not.
Really?
To Keanu Reeves as the Pumpkin King, get the fuck out of here.
He got really offended.
If he gets picked over me, I am a nobody, but over me? No. If you ever make Hollywood, if you ever make a live action Nightmare Before Christmas and you cast Keanu Reeves as any character in that show, that movie, I'm coming after everybody.
But yeah, everybody does a better job. Christopher Lee is one of the few people that can act in such a stoic, like uninteresting way and make it interesting. So I'll give him that. Less Jar Jar Binks is always a good thing.
Always.
Oh, episode 3 is even better because Jar Jar Binks is
No Jar
barely
Jar
on
Binks
there,
would have been
doesn't
even
talk.
better, George.
Like he's barely on camera, doesn't even talk in 3. Shouldn't have been on camera
He
at all.
doesn't
still.
talk in 3.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
So,
in one scene at the very end. That's it.
there were some good scenes. The opening was good.
I wish Anakin would have cut his fucking head off in the third one.
The opening was good. The Coliseum thing was good. There were just some better things. I do wish that the final Jedi battle
It was a
or
little more
whatever.
intense.
I wish that there would have been something because you got the big Darth Maul fight. Whether you liked it or not, at least they had a big fight. They didn't even have a big fight.
Right, it was like, ding, ding. Oh, there goes my arm.
Pretty much.
I love how it goes here. Here's a second lightsaber. Oh no, my arm.
So,
Anakin, here, I'll just wait here.
Hayden Christensen, better than Jake Lloyd,
Hell yeah.
but still
not good.
a great performance.
No, by any means.
And you got to think too y'all that we are watching this, and we weren't alive when the first Star Wars came out.
Yeah. My mom saw the original trilogy in the theater.
It's one of those things where, again, if you put yourself in that time period, and it's like, what the fuck is this? So to love these movies and then see this,
My mom-
you'd get a different reaction.
My mom actually mentions that going into the movie, she was actually kind of worried because back when my mom actually brought this up. This actually really interested me. My mom said that when Star Wars first came out, it was around the time when there was a big alien scare going on. like War of the Worlds was like, oh my god, the aliens are going to come, and nowadays people are like, aliens maybe. Back then, people were scared to death of aliens. Like aliens, people were like, aliens are coming, and we're gonna we're gonna fucking die. So when Star Wars came out, my mom was like, I don't want to go see. My grandpa, her dad, was like, let's go see this movie Star Wars. It's in space and space battles and stuff. And she was scared because she thought it was like aliens and stuff. But when she went to see it, she said just the effects, the performances, the choreography with everything, she said it just literally blew her mind.
It's not to the same extent, but somewhat the equivalent of how The Matrix probably was for Iron.
Yeah.
I've been toying with what I'm gonna rate this.
Yeah, I was just about to say you've been giving all this exposition, but you haven't given.
Given a number yet.
I've been toying with what I'm gonna rate this thing for like a while, even when you were talking and all this stuff. And I'm like, am I gonna give it 3? Am I gonna give it a 4? Am I gonna give it a 3? I'm gonna give it a 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and, at the sake of being indecisive, give it a 3.5.
You motherfucker.
What'd you give episode 1?
I gave episode 1 a 1, a 2, a 1.
A 2. You didn't give it
a
a 2.
1. I gave it a 1.
We both gave it a 1.
Yeah, I gave episode 1 a 1. I gave
we gave it
episode.
a 1.
I'm giving episode 2 a 5.
Really? That's higher than I thought you were going.
Because I
didn't want to go that high.
I actually liked this one. Like for all of what didn't happen, I was still interested.
Right.
For all of the awkward sexual
tension
or romantic tension that there was supposed to be. Yeah, it scared the fuck out of me.
And every time we paused the movie, Hayden Christensen had a new perv face. Like,
yeah.
So or like this, when we paused and he was like that. Damn.
Of all of the misses, to me in this movie, there were way more hits. Like, I really enjoyed the fight with Yoda. I thought that
a lot of the action was cool too.
There was much more action.
More action in the first one.
The chase scene at the beginning is
very nice.
Oh, I forgot to mention that scene where Obi-Wan's chasing Jango and he lets out that like sonic bomb and it's like
the asteroid bomb.
Mutes for a second.
The asteroid thing.
That was pretty cool.
That was a cool effect.
That was the fact that Obi-Wan jumped through the window. We give this movie 4.2 awkward sexual stares out of 10.
Yes.
Better movie. It was.
Better movie. And
still not a great movie.
At the sake of the camera cutting off on us this time, because for some reason we either need to get a better battery pack or charge our camera more. We're gonna hurry up and end it right now.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for Star Wars month because Revenge of the Sith is gonna be the next one.
Episode 3.
Yes.
My favorite out of the prequels.
Yes, everybody's. So that being said, peace.
Bye.
See ya.
Same
difference. And stay different differentials.
Thanks for watching because we didn't say it before.